Good morning, witness number 1 and number 2. Welcome back.
Morning, thank you.
For continuation of your testimonies before this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters, may I remind both of you that you are still under oath before I hand you over to Madam Chair for us to proceed. Thank you. Madam Chair, over to you.
Thank you.
Mr. Jonga.
Morning, ma.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman Sonko.
Good morning, ma.
Former Chairman, sorry. You are welcome back.
Yes, thank you very much. Good morning, Honorable Chairperson, Commissioners, and everyone present. Mr. Jonga, before I proceed with Mr. Sonko, were you able to complete the reconciliation with the finance unit?
We have submitted the records of reconciliations, but we are asked to do a more detailed reconciliation. So we have started doing 2018 last week, so it's submitted. So this morning we'll continue with the rest.
Okay, so you haven't finished yet?
No, sir.
All right. Now, former Chairman, Honorable Chairman.
Yes, Council.
You know Aliu Sane, a revenue collector, during the time you were the chairman of Birkama Area Council?
Come again, please.
Aliu Sane.
Aliu Sane.
Yes.
A revenue collector.
Yes.
Yes, I know him.
What is your relationship with Aliu Sane?
He is a staff of the council.
A staff?
A staff of Birkama Area Council.
Okay. Are you related in any form or manner?
I never know Aliu till I came to the council.
Okay. What we have had by way of evidence is that you are his uncle.
We are never related. I never know him in life until I came to the council as the chairman.
All right. Aliu had a problem in council in relation to suppression of revenue. Do you recall this?
Yes.
Right. Now, how were you notified about Aliu's suppression? The amount is $164,000.
I was briefed by the CEO.
Yes.
Yes.
Which CEO is that?
CEO Jonga, if I remember well.
Okay. Please proceed.
Yeah, he informed me that there was some suppressions of revenue collectors, and then he is going to consist some findings about it. Then I told him to go ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
Is that all?
Exactly.
What was the finding?
Well, CEO also informed me that he sent the audit unit there.
The audit unit?
Yes.
Okay.
Who went and audited the whole situation in Fonyi.
Now, was the finding substantiated by the audit unit?
Well, I cannot recall very well, but I know Aliu's issue went up to the point of reaching at the Service Commission at the ministry.
At the Service Commission?
Yes.
So
Local Government Service Commission.
We have a letter from minutes of meeting of the Establishment Committee, Establishment and Appointment Subcommittee on the 24th of November 2020. Because when the auditors found out that Aliu Sane suppressed the amount of $164,000, they brought this issue up, correct?
Yes.
Good. Now, it was also at some point referred to the Establishment and Appointment Committee, correct?
Exactly.
Good. Now, Mr. Jonga.
Yes, sir.
Do you recall the issue of Aliu Sane?
Yes.
Is Aliu Sane related to Mr. Sonko?
I don't know of any relationship between Aliu and Chairman Sonko other than the official relationships.
Have you had rumors that he is related to Chairman Sonko?
No, the first time I heard that was at this commission.
How, from which witness?
From Suleiman Bari.
The internal auditor?
Yes.
Good. And you cannot tell whether that is true or not?
I cannot substantiate that now.
All right. So give us a background as to what happened with Aliou Sane?
Yes, I received a report of suspected revenue fraud in Fonyi, and then I instructed the internal audit to conduct an investigation.
How did you receive that information?
It was a verbal information that I received.
Yes.
And then from there, then I spoke to the chairman, but also I think the director of finance and internal audit, for internal audit to conduct an investigation and submit a report. So they've been to Fonyi and then submitted a report. And then the report was forwarded to Aliou, was shared with Aliou in a bid to response to the allegations that are in the report of revenue suppression. And Aliou, in turn, denied part of the report of revenue suppression, and he claims some of the amounts that are allegedly suppressed in the receipts are overstated.
Did he tell you?
No, he put that in writing. He responded in writing.
Yes, but did he state how much was
overstated? Yes,
overstated?
He provided those informations to the office. So, because of the gaps between what he was alleged to have suppressed and what he's saying he actually suppressed, so we also engaged the Establishment and Appointment Committee of Council to conduct an independent investigation. They also came up with their report. Aliou still has some reservations about that particular findings, and this is how we sent the reports to the Local Government Service Commission at the level of the ministry, who decided to engage the Internal Audit Directorate to conduct an investigation into the matter.
Right.
So after that investigation, the report was sent to us, and formally we also forwarded the report to the PS for disciplinary action.
Okay. Yes. And then what happened at that point?
After that, we did not get any decision from the Service Commission.
Do you have the correspondence that was sent to the Permanent Secretary for the Service Commission?
Yes, I should have a copy of both the report and the letter that was sent.
We will need that correspondence.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Now, I have the minutes of the meeting with respect to the Establishment Committee. Like I said, on the 24th of November 2020, and I will read it out. The agenda is prayers, Aliou Sane case, review of activity report, and other business. Now, the chairman welcome all members of the committee. You are present, Mr. Sonko, in this meeting?
The chairman of the establishment committee.
There was a vice.
I am not present at the committee meetings.
Okay. So who was the chairman? Your deputy?
I can't recall.
You cannot recall?
No.
Now, we stated that the chairman welcome all members of the committee for taking time to attend the meeting. However, the meeting started by going through additional 3 receipts inflated. He produced GTR number 79704, 79768, and 79747. In the original GTR number 79704, amount is $101,500, while in the internal audit report it is $5,000, which means $3,500 is inflated. Number 79768, original is $2,500, and the report is $5,000. So $2,500 is inflated. Number 79747, original is $2,500, and the report is $3,000, so $500 is inflated. And the total, $6,000 inflated by internal audit report. The committee find it relevant and have to reverse to following recommendations. 1, the committee recommended for Aliou Sane to pay the amount defrauded. 2, Mr. Aliou Sane should serve 3 months suspension and without salary. 3, and with very serious warning letter. The reason being, reversing our previous decision is we find it necessary because Mr. Sane been able to establish all the queries in his letter of intent that internal audit report seriously inflated the amount. The internal audit unit head should be warned, especially the principal internal audit unit should be warned for assuming the reports in report and causing council so much alarm and discrepancies. We have a serious concern towards about, well, it's difficult to read some of these writings. If you try to read it word for word, is a problem. I mean the language, but I will just have to do it that way. We have a serious concern towards about the unit. For the other activity report, we agreed to print the report and review it. In our next meeting, the report will be finalized and submitted to council. You guys really had an issue with the internal audit department for what you call inflating an amount totaling $6,000. Mr. Sonko.
Yes, please.
Correct? You have seen these minutes.
No, I haven't seen the minutes.
What do you see, Mr. Sonko, in your office?
No, because these are committee meetings. When they are ready with it, they pass it to the office of the CEO.
So they would not send you copies of these minutes?
No.
And you would not request? You have your house burning, you don't want to know what the problem is?
No, my house was burning, but I thought someone responsible is there to take care of it.
Well, you should know. What we are saying is...
But CEO is briefing me, that's what I'm saying. He's briefing me accordingly.
That's what I'm saying. Were you aware of these minutes?
These minutes?
Yes.
Yes, as you were reading, I'm recalling it.
No, not as I am reading it now.
Yes.
Were you aware at the time?
About this?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
I couldn't recall, but when you start reading, then my mind focused on it. That, yes,
now you recall that you were aware of this.
Exactly.
And do you not see a problem when the internal auditor pointed out that there's an amount of $160,000 plus that was defrauded by Ali, who is said to be your nephew? You were saying that's not the case, right? And the going by the committee's finding, right? Only $6,000 is inflated, using the word inflated, right? Whether it is by mistake or not, inflated in this sense would mean it was intentional, that you guys believed it was intentional, correct?
Yes.
Good. But then it could have been an error if that is the case, correct?
Exactly.
Good. But why would you have cause to be warning the internal auditor so serious as if he had committed a crime in investigating Aliu Sane?
Well, that is the recommendation of the committee.
Yeah, but do you not find that unusual?
Exactly. When that happened,
right,
that was the time when the CEO has to forward the whole case to the Ministry of Local Government.
We had to see those correspondences, but my point is, as the chairman at the time, the job of the internal auditor is to point out issues that were wrong. Is that not the case?
When those points were raised, that was the time when the CEO has to forward the matter, because we didn't see any fair thing in it. Because when the committee said there are some inflations, and then the man himself, Aliu Sani himself said some of the receipts were inflated,
right,
then the CEO has to make sure that we have the correct report of it.
Right.
That was why internal audit came in.
No. Look, what we are saying here,
okay,
is very simple. The allegations against you is that you are very related to the individual concerned. Now, if not that you are his uncle, but there is a strong relationship that you've had with Aliu Sane. That is what, just hear me out, that is what the internal auditor is saying, which caused Mr. Sane to not be reprimanded the way he was supposed to be reprimanded. You understand that?
No, that okay. I don't have that absolute power to tell the committee not to do their job.
Right.
And then there is no way, in any way, that I am related with Aliu. I never know Aliu in my life until I came to the council. I met Aliu at the council. And not only Aliu, that, it was in the council. So I don't have any relation with Aliu.
So what is the problem that this internal auditor has, Mr. Barry? What is the problem that he has in relation to finding that Aliu suppressed council's revenue?
Well, that might be his personal views. I don't know. I don't know why did he say that. But
No,
what
but
is,
the issue
fact
of the
here
inflation.
is all what he says wasn't true. His lives.
It was not?
All what he said that I related with Aliu, that's not true.
Yes, but if there is $6,000, that is the difference between what the establishment committee found out and the actual amount that was defrauded by the Sane. Which one is more serious? Why does Mr. Barry's findings happen to be so much attacked by the committee and literally forgetting the problem Aliu Sane caused?
I cannot speak for the committee. They know why did they have that decision. After getting the report was when the CEO has to forward the matter so that we can have the clear course of it.
Mr. Sonko.
Yes, please.
Committee's recommendations. What follows next after that?
Committee's recommendation?
Yes.
It has to go to the General Council to...
Was this taken to General Council?
No, before that, the CEO advised that
Answer the question. Was this taken to General Council?
I can't remember. I can't recall that it was done. But we wanted to have a correct investigation about the whole issue. That is why the ministry was involved, and the service commission was also involved.
That was not
Those are very, very, very impartial.
That's not the question still.
Yes, please.
The committee's recommendation or recommendations do not go straight to the ministry. These are subcommittees.
The committee's report came. That was when I discussed with the CEO.
What is supposed to be the next step after you have a recommendation from a committee?
The next step has, I have to be advised because the CEO is my principal advisor.
You already said it has to go to the General Council.
If the CEO advised me that it has to go to General Council, it will be.
The CEO does not have to advise you that
is
the recommendation has to go. Just let's listen to each other.
Okay.
The recommendation does not have to doesn't have to go to General Assembly or General Council. When you have a recommendation from the committee, it has to be taken to council. That is the procedure. You know this.
Yes.
Yeah, that's basic. That's 101. Right? So that whatever they decide, the General Council and you as the chairman, you will have access to, and you can review and make your subsequent recommendations. You understand that? Is that not the case? Is that not the procedure?
Well, I don't remember taking it to the General Council, but what I could fully remember was it was discussed, and then CEO, the committee itself, and the CEO, myself, agreed that it has to be forwarded to the ministry.
You see, that is not my question. When we see the correspondences with the ministry, we will deal with it. But then let's stick to the issue at hand, the questions I am asking. That you did not take this to the General Council matter. Mr. Jonga, is that correct?
Yes, it was not taken to General Council. I do not want to speak for the chairman, but I just wanted to shed light on the fact that at the time, CEOs were delegated to appoint staff on 5.1 and below, not above. So Aliu Sane's grade was above 5.1 at the time. And then what was appropriate is to forward whatever recommendation there is from the Establishment and Appointment Committee to the Local Government Service Commission to deal with the issue at hand. So then we were only supposed to...
So there was no need to forward it to General Council?
Well, that's why I said earlier, I don't want to speak for the...
No, as CEO, you know the procedure. The General Council should not be aware of this, no?
Well, other cases that happened in the past were not referred to the General Council.
No. We are talking about procedure, not what had been done. Is it proper that the General Council should have recommendations from subcommittees?
Yes, the subcommittee reports to the General Council, yes.
All right. Now, why was it the case? You don't find anything unusual with respect to Mr. Sane's case that the committee had to attack the auditor for doing his job? Did you find the auditor to be biased at any point?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
No, I don't think, again, I don't think the committee attacked the auditor. What they said...
Let me read to you.
They've cautioned him.
Let me read again. That's it.
Yes, that's a caution for him to avoid, giving a conflicting report in future. That's a caution. It's not an attack.
Let me read to you the words again. It says, the reason behind reversing our previous decision is we find it necessary because Mr. Sane been able establish all the queries in his letter of intent that internal auditor report seriously inflated the amount. The internal auditor unit head should be warned, especially the principal auditor unit should be warned for assuming the reports in the report and causing council so much alarm and discrepancies. What is the alarm that has caused so much to council?
Lead counsel, I think you expect an internal auditor to provide accurate, impartial reports.
No, I don't expect that. I expect the internal auditor to provide a report to the best of their ability that it is accurate. It is nowhere stated that the report they provide should be accurate.
No,
to the best of their ability, the internal auditor should exercise his or her functions by making sure that they analyze documents and try to come up with findings. Those findings can either be accurate, inaccurate, or substantially accurate or substantially inaccurate.
No, I do not think the committee were turning a deaf ear to the bigger picture. Now, the intention is that because the committee will act on the findings of the internal
Mr. Jonga,
auditors.
have you ever been warned by council?
Allow me to finish.
Have you ever been warned by council?
Can you allow me to finish?
No, have you ever been warned by council?
Can you please allow me to finish?
Answer the question right now. Have you ever been warned by council?
Which council?
The general council.
No.
Why? Why are you doing everything correct?
Can you allow me to finish?
No, answer the question.
No, you need to give me the space.
Proceed.
Jonga,
Yes.
I kindly answer the questions. You are here to answer the questions, and you can add on to what you need to explain, and you will be given the opportunity to explain whatever you need to explain. And please, let's restrain from talking back to the lead counsel. He's asking you questions. Your role and mandate is to answer the questions, and you will be given the opportunity to clarify or expand on whatever information that you want to expand on. You will be given that opportunity.
Thank you.
Counsel.
Thank you, Chair. Yes, Mr. Jonga. You can finish and then answer my question.
No, go ahead.
You don't dictate the.
No, go ahead with your question.
No, I said you can. You don't want to comment anymore?
No, I don't.
Thank you very much. Now, have you ever been warned by council, Mr. Jonga?
No.
Okay. Were you doing everything right in council?
No.
Good. So why were you not warned? You have done so many things that were improper. You have admitted to doing so many things that were so improper. There were series of audit reports that have found you, as the accounting officer, to not be following the regulations. You understand that? There had been even the compliance reviews for Brikama Area Council that have found you to not be doing or following procurement regulations. Far more serious than the auditor. You have never been warned. Why is that?
I will want you to direct the commission, direct me to any internal audit report that adversely mention me as a CEO of failing in my responsibilities.
Mr. Jonga, do we not go through your evidence entirely in relation to, in fact, hear me out. Number one, we had discussed the issue of the funds from geology, you and I.
Yes.
Is that not the case?
Yes.
Is that not the case?
Yes.
Where you have taken decisions that you don't have no power to take?
Yes.
Is that not the case?
Yes.
Let me show you everything the internal auditor has highlighted here.
Yeah.
Having the issue of random payment voucher numbering in issue first quarter report of 2022, you have page 11, 2 payments for the same maintenance service for Brikama Area Council 5, amounting to 147,901.62 butut. Let's go on. Incomplete procurement process. This is you, the accounting officer. Let's go on, Mr. Jonga. Follow. Issue of imprest. Why are you keeping imprest in Brikama Area Council? Do you have an imprest ledger?
No.
Good. You want us to go on? We have done this before.
You go ahead. Hopefully you'll give me the space to respond.
No. This is the time that you were the accounting officer. Just hear me out. You want to have examples, Mr. Jonga? I give you examples. Revenue withholding by following collectors amount to $858,087. You have Anna Jata, Modou Nyase, Famara Sanyang, Sanjali Bojang. This amount, not investigated, nothing done about it. You understand that? You have council's expenses being done under authorization by the CEO and the finance director for other council's expenses. We have discussed this. Double fueling for the following vehicles, BJL 2511T, 40 liters, it goes on. I'm just giving you a tip of what we had discussed, you and I here. Payment vouchers without receipt numbers, 1 million plus. This is a whole bunch of it. Authority signature not complete on vouchers. Medical support receipt of $11,350. This is just internal audit report. I'm not talking about the external audit report, where you have several violations as well. During your time, you say me out as a CEO. You have the issue of, we have already discussed the 44 million, the issue of Canton Kante, having withdrawals of $44 million, and we can't even account for it. You understand that, right? We have the issue of the compliance review. The compliance reviews for Brikama Area Council GPPA. So many violations is here. When you are the chief compliance officer of Brikama Area Council, what are you talking about?
Look, Council, I just want to say this. You know, the way you're putting these things is that these are my direct responsibility.
Yes.
No. Allow me out. You see, as a CEO, you walk through the directors, through the heads of departments. In all the reports that you've mentioned here, I remember we talked about all these reports. We talked about the issues of the maintenance of these vehicles. And I gave my answers. And I have told you clearly, I have told this commission that these audit reports have been responded to. The testimony that you received was that there was no management response. And I said there was a management response. And I have provided the management response. You failed to take that into account.
We failed to do what?
You failed to accept that there was a management response to this audit report that was submitted by the internal audit unit. I had a copy. I wanted to submit that. I have a copy that we have responded to all of these things. The medical bill that you're talking about, I said that was not a medical bill. That was a COVID-19 test certificate.
Let me cut you short, Mr. Jonga.
Yes.
Let me cut you short.
Yes.
Here, this is a public hearing. You understand that? You have been reminded time and again that when you have an evidence or a document to produce, you can produce it. You have been given ample time to even reconcile figures that you don't even have evidence of. You have never been stopped even by the commissioners to present documents. If you have it, present it. There was never a time you were stopped from producing documents.
No.
You understand that?
Allow me to continue.
No, I'm just telling you. No, there was never a time.
No, there is.
Now produce it.
Okay, I will.
Mr. Jonga.
Yes, ma'am.
For this management report that you said, please provide the document.
Management response, yes. Yes.
Please let us have it.
Yes. Thank you.
No, let us have it now.
No, I don't have the hard copy here. It's a soft copy. I don't have the hard copy.
It's a soft copy.
Yes, it's a soft copy.
But Mr. Jonga, it seems the statement you have just made, don't you think is a bit erroneous? Because from the start of your evidence, we have said whatever documentation you have. I recall when you came back, I have asked you just some few weeks ago that whether you have brought in all the documents that you were asked to bring. Did I not ask you that question?
Yes, you did.
For whatever question we ask you, and this is why we ask you to note, so that whatever we are asking you, and wherever we do not have clarity on, we ask you to provide clarity, so that we can look at that vis-a-vis with the facts we have and the documents we have, to counter-check and confirm what has been said in audit reports or other files that contain issues or allegations, so that we will counter-check that information and confirm together with the testimony that you have given. I believe that we have given every witness, and the reason why we are even doing a lot of back and forth is to give every witness the absolute latitude to come forward and bring every document that you have for all of the areas that have been dealt with, to provide evidence to that effect.
Thank you.
So we will not be able to make any decision or take any action when we do not have all the facts before us.
Thank
and
you.
This is why you are going back and forth, because we just want to make sure that we close with you and we are sure that whatever we have asked you, you have been able to produce. What you are not able to produce, you tell us that you are not able to produce these documents. All right?
Thank you.
So please, whatever you are being asked to produce, note it and provide it for us.
Thank you.
All right. Council, you may proceed.
I will still remind you of a few of the things, of the findings against you. That you, page 82 of the National Audit Office report for the period 1st January 2020 to the 1st December 2021, that you did not withhold tax from suppliers as CEO. 4082, where it stated that we note that the area council did not deduct 10% withholding tax from its contractors for carrying out works as required by the above act.
Yes.
Yes. You cannot say yes. You know why you cannot say yes? We had a marathon with you for so many things that you did not do as Chief Executive Officer. If you sit here and want to make one statement to appear as if that was not the case, well, the records are there. And for where you have been denied the permission to produce a document you want to produce, point us to the records. Point us to the records. Say, make an application to the chairperson that you have been denied by council to produce a record. Do not hesitate, hear me out, do not hesitate to do that. Because we don't do this for ourselves, we do it because it is what we are supposed to do. So if you ever fail that, make the application and remind us as to where you have been denied opportunity to produce a document. You did not withhold tax. You failed to withhold tax. It was mandatory, incumbent upon you, the CEO, to withhold tax. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Why did you not withhold tax?
We've stated the reason for not withholding. I think it was not deliberate. If you look at the response, but again, I think you will have to allow me to say these things. You know, you talked about the issue of compliance. Again, I keep repeating the same thing. When we started,
let's focus on the withholding of the tax.
No, because you deal with compliance already,
okay,
and then
go ahead.
people need to hear my side of the story.
Go ahead.
The compliance review was 40%. I think when we came in,
right,
was it 60? We
right,
improved to 60.
Right,
we improved to 86 and
right,
88.
Right.
And I keep saying,
right,
you need to look at the broader picture. You
right,
don't just need to focus on the negatives.
Right.
You see, there are lapses.
Right.
But again, there are officers who are responsible for remedial action.
Right.
You know, this is a public sector.
Right.
The CEO cannot be in every sector.
Yes.
I cannot be in every office every single day, every single hour.
Right.
So there are people who are delegated to execute that role on behalf of the CEO.
Okay.
All right. But what I'm trying to say is, you know, what I'm trying to say is, it's not as if the CEO is adversely mentioned in the audit reports has been failing to do A, B, and C. If you look at all the audit queries, there are officers who are responsible for remedial action.
Non-deduction of 10% withholding tax. Whose responsibility?
That is my responsibility. I'm not running away from that.
No. Your statement that it is not as if the CEO is adversely mentioned is incorrect.
No, that statement is in response to your initial statement where you said, you know, I have been mentioned in the national audit reports and then the internal audit report, but not adversely, as an individual, as a person. You see, there are officers who are responsible for remedial actions.
Mr. Jonga,
Yes.
does the office of the CEO work without personnel that someone appointed to man that office?
Of course, there are individuals who are responsible.
No. This office of the CEO,
yes,
is it occupied by a human being?
of course.
Good. So that human being becomes the chief accounting officer.
Yes.
Good.
But
So where that individual, for instance, in this case, let me just tell you, where it says that you did not deduct withholding tax, who are they referring to?
they are referring to the office of the CEO.
And who was the CEO at the time?
Me at the time.
So will it be correct to say you, Mr. Jonga, did not withhold tax?
No.
No, answer the question. Will it be correct?
No.
Tell me it is not correct.
It will, no, I will not say correct or incorrect. I will say it will be unfair.
So will it be wrong to say Mr. Jonga did not withhold tax as chief executive officer?
Yes.
Good. Because everybody that was adversely mentioned or is adversely mentioned is by virtue of them holding an office in council.
Yes, that's what I want.
So that's it.
No, that's what I want you to shed light on. But the way you make the statement, it seems they're saying Modou Jonga has an individual, and
Yes.
that's not the case.
Modou
I
Jonga-
was occupying an office, and I'll give you an example. The withholding tax. The withholding tax should be deducted because we're using the IFMIS system. So if you choose to ignore, the instructions, then obviously, that will
Payments were made without competitive bidding, page 84. It says, we noted a payment amounted to $642,952 for a purchase of spare parts and stationaries were made without the required 3 quotations. Whose responsibility?
the procurement unit,
Who is responsible for payments?
the CEO.
Should the CEO be sure that all procedures were followed before payments were made?
But can you please refer to our response?
Mr. Jonga, answer my question first. You have the audit report. You can give the audit report. You can make reference to the comments. I'm asking you, should the CEO, before authorizing payments, make sure that all procedures are followed?
Yes, that's what I've been the normal procedure. Yes.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, I
So
agree.
where the CEO failed to do that, will the CEO be responsible? Answer the question.
Not directly.
No, I am not asking will the CEO be directly responsible or indirectly responsible. Whose responsibility is it with respect to payments?
It's the CEO.
Good. So is it the CEO's responsibility to make sure payments are in line with regulation before they are endorsed?
Yes.
Where the CEO failed to do that, whose responsibility?
It's the CEO still, but not his direct responsibility.
Okay.
So,
You've answered the question.
let us, Mr. Jonga,
Yes, ma'am.
let us just quickly go back to the issue of the withholding tax.
Yes.
You have indicated that there have been management response, which we are not taking into cognizance. Now, if you look at the management response on page 83, it says, that is the management response. It says, we accept responsibility for failing to deduct the 10% withholding tax due to Gambia Revenue Authority. We will start to deduct the 10% withholding tax for future works. Action to be taken. Query will be addressed. Officer responsible for remedial action is CEO, that is the Chief Executive Officer. Date when situation will be regularized, you indicated is regularized. As of the 26th of October 2022. Is that correct?
Yes, this was the final national audit report.
This is the external audit report.
Yes, yes.
So it is clear from here that we cannot close our eyes to the responses that have been given to management, because for every allegation made in the audit report, for the ones you have responded to, we are compelled to look at what the response is. But here it is very clear, where you have indicated that you accept responsibility for failing to deduct the 10% withholding tax.
Yeah,
Right?
Yes. What I was saying with regards to the non-responses was the issue of the internal audit reports. There were internal audit reports that were submitted here.
Yes.
that do not have management responses.
Yes.
Yes. And then those internal audit reports were responded to, and then
Okay.
they were finalized. Those are the ones that I am talking about.
Okay, not this, not this external audit report.
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you for the clarity. Okay. So I just also wanted to point out these issues to you
yes.
for the purpose of clarity.
Yes, it was the internal audit reports.
Council, you may proceed.
Yes. Now, Mr. Jonga,
Yes.
the context for this discussion is that the internal auditor is said to have inflated $6,000 in his official capacity in conducting an investigation in relation to Mr. Sane, a revenue collector. That is the context here. Mr. Sane, Mr. Barry was warned seriously. Is that not the case? And you as Chief Executive Officer, there are several findings that were not, that you did not execute your functions. You give contracts to people, but you don't withhold tax. When you knew you were supposed to withhold tax, and those monies far exceeds the $6,000, correct? And you were never warned. It's as if council do not know. They knew because reports were generated by the external auditors. And so they had all reason to know that the office of the CEO was violating some of the procedures, either the procurement regulations and act or the financial manual. You were never warned. That is the context we are talking about here. We are not going back to evidence. It is the context we are discussing. When you were withdrawing money from the geology fund without having authority to do that, which you admitted to, they were in the position to know. They did not find out, or they knew and they closed their eyes. I'm talking about Mr. Sonko's administration. Because that which you did, you yourself admitted it was not in line. You were never cautioned. You were never warned. That was in the millions of dollars. So you tell me $6,000 he has to be warned because he has caused alarm in council when you have been causing alarm every single day by not following regulation? Come on. Really?
Oh, well, I don't know where do you want to arrive at? Because if we receive a report, we expect to receive an accurate report. So I don't know, what are your intentions? What are your intentions by drawing reference from these issues that you are citing? What we needed was an accurate report, and then it was just a caution. But that overstatement have never been a factor of not taking action in this matter. That I can tell you. Because decisions were taken and the matters were forwarded to the appropriate authority for disciplinary action.
You asked a question, and I will tell you why it's important. Yeah. Because Mr. Barry gave evidence and stated that the person involved, Mr. Sane, spoke to his uncle, Mr. Sonko. Whether Mr. Sonko is the uncle or not, let's leave that aside, Mr. Sonko. And then you had to tell Mr. Barry that no one was willing to go to Fonyi. But Mr. Sane went to Fonyi.
Sorry, I start to say what?
I'm addressing Mr. Sheriffo Sonko.
Okay. You said
that said, Mr. Barry's evidence is such that you had to intervene to say that Mr. Sane was the one who was willing to go to Fonyi. Is that not the case?
No.
Because you did not say that.
Never.
And Mr. Barry, in his evidence, stated clearly that you interfered in this matter.
How?
But go and listen to his evidence. I'm now telling you that you called him. You spoke to him.
I'm just hearing that.
Exactly.
I spoke to who?
Mr. Barry, the internal auditor.
That's not true.
So the caution to Mr. Barry will only make sense because Mr. Barry only had an error of $6,000 as far as the report is concerned, the discrepancy. And there was the need to caution Mr. Barry. And Mr. Sane was said to be suspended without salary, but continued to receive his salary. Mr. CEO, is that correct?
No, that's not correct.
He did not continue to receive his salary?
No, because once we received this information, Ali was asked to hand over all his working tools. He was not receiving his salary from the moment the investigation started and the time I left Brikama.
Mr. Sane himself, let me just read to you. I understand on the second page of his statement given on the 1st of November, 20th of March 2024. I understand that the council forwarded the matter to the Local Government Service Commission and it was recommended the issue to be addressed internally by the management. Afterward, I was suspended for 3 months without salary by the management on the recommendation of the establishment committee. However, my salary was never stopped. No, what? Speak louder.
I said no. That is not a true reflection of what happened. Because when the investigation started, Ali was asked to hand over all his working tools before the start of the investigation by the internal audit.
About salary is what we're talking about.
Yeah, no. And then in the same communication, he was not supposed to be paid salary.
I did not say he was supposed to be paid salary or he was supposed to be paid salary. I'm saying it was never stopped. You said that is not correct.
Yes.
Yes. Not supposed to. Don't play with words here.
No,
Whether it was stopped or it was not stopped is the merit of the discussion here. Was it stopped or not?
Well, I cannot confirm that, but Ali was not supposed to be paid.
So now you have changed your evidence.
No, I have not changed any.
Do you maintain that you have earlier evidence that it was not stopped, or do you?
He was not
it was stopped. Now do you want to change that?
If you're reading from his statement, then he said he had been receiving salaries. The instruction was Ali was not supposed to receive salaries. So if you should tell me now, he was not supposed to be paid.
No, you said when I told you that Ali's salary was never stopped, you said no, that is not correct, which is okay. Like I always say,
yes.
When we tell you things that you believe they are not correct, just tell us it is not correct because we are only investigators here. Yes. Now, you say that as a matter of fact that it was not stopped. So if you are the CEO, then your evidence carries weight that it was in fact not stopped. So it was in fact stopped. So that's what you said. And now I read to you the statement of Ali Hussein that these things are not coming from us, are coming from the witness himself. Now I ask you again, do you stand by your earlier statement, evidence or not?
No, by his evidence, you know, what I want to say is he should not have been paid salaries.
I did not say that.
Yeah, but that was the instruction. So now I can tell you the instruction that I gave was that he should not have been paid.
My question is not that. You see, if he should not have been paid salary can also mean that even though Ali should not have received salary, but maybe he had received the salary, maybe he did not receive salary. That is, he should not have. Now, that is not what we are interested in. What we are interested in is whether Ali in fact received his salary or not. So when I told you the evidence we have gathered is that he continued to be paid salary. You said that is not correct.
Yes.
That the salary was stopped. Definitive. Stopped. So if you say that, that carries weight.
Yeah,
the commissioners can believe you because you are the CEO at the time. Yes. Now, I will repeat the question again. Was Ali's salary stopped or not?
I will need time to confirm that.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jonga. That's what you should do.
Yes.
That's what we should do. You understand that? So we don't say things out of the blue. We don't say things just because we imagine them. I had told you we would not want you to admit to facts that are not correct. You understand that? So I wouldn't want that. We don't want that here. So we'll give you time to do that. But your answers too should be genuine. It should be genuine because we have the facts we have based on the questions we ask. They are coming from us. And by way of record here, I will ask that because I read it, I will ask that Mr. Jonga read it by himself so that we confirm that it is in the statement. Because Mr. that we put to Mr. Jonga?
I think, Council, that is unfair. I've been very consistent.
No, Mr. Jonga.
No. I think that is very unfair.
Mr. Jonga,
it's very unfair.
Hear me out, Mr. Jonga. You can tell the chairperson that the council's position is not fair, but we are entitled to our opinion based on evidence we gather. So you can always say, Madam Chairperson, we do not agree with council. That's not a problem, Mr. Jonga. But we stand by what we say, that you had the tendency of sometimes disagreeing to facts that are obvious.
Madam Chair, with due respect, I just want to state that, I don't agree with that position. It is very, very unfair. Yes.
That is noted.
Thank you.
Please. You are free to disagree with some of the things that they put across to you. So please read the statement.
The second page of Aliu's statement. Give us the date, the name of the individual that wrote the statement.
The first page?
Yes, the name. Whose statement is that?
Ali Sane.
Good. What is the exhibit number?
LGC/ALS/BAKC/001.
Okay. Turn to the second page, I believe maybe the second paragraph or third paragraph. You will see where he referenced the issue of the salary.
I understand the council forwarded the matter to the Local Government Service Commission, and it was recommended the issue to be addressed internally by the management. Afterwards, I was suspended for 3 months without salary by the management on the recommendation of the Establishment Committee. However, my salary was never stopped.
So you confirm that what we said is true in his statement?
Well, like I said earlier on, I will need to confirm this.
No. What we said about but Ali was stating in his statement that he continued to receive salary. Is correct?
That is what is in his statement, yes.
Thank you very much. Can we have the statement? So Jonga, when 10 motorbikes were procured,
yes,
10 motorbikes, right?
Yes.
This was during your time?
Yes.
Good. And then the amount is $485,000.
Yes.
Do you recall this?
Yes.
Good. Now, the contracts committee did not sit over this because there were no minutes of contracts committee, right?
The contract committee sat over this.
The compliance we have is that the contracts committee, there were no minutes of the contracts committee. Number one, that the quotations were not approved by the contracts committee. You understand that? Now,
can you please look at the response? What is the response?
No, this is the compliance for GPA compliance in relation to the specific findings.
Yes,
it's sampling. If you have the response, you can always give us the response. The response is not here.
Sorry, is that not the final report?
It is, but if you have the response, it's signed by Buran Konjira.
The final report always has the responses.
Again, let me give it to you. Maybe you will help us to find the response in the compliance review. Is that document the GPA compliance review?
Let me go through.
For the first page,
Just allow me to go through first.
Mr. Jonga, I direct you what you do. Now, the first page, is it GPPA compliance review?
Can you please allow me to go through the document?
Mr. Jonga, I direct you to do what I asked you to do. And then I had told you, should you want to read any part of the report, you can seek permission from the chairperson, and then if it is granted, you do that. Just answer my question. The document you are holding is a matter of procedure. Is it a compliance review from GPPA?
The heading reads compliance review for the year ended 31st December 2021. But I will need the permission
Is it signed?
Yes.
By?
Buran Konjira.
Good. Now turn to the motorbike issue. After I'm done with you, you can make your application to do what you want to do. But now you do what I want you to do first. Turn to the motorbike
But I'll be
page.
already late by the time because I need to compare these copies, Council.
Mr. Jonga, you see, you don't dictate the proceedings.
No, I am not. I'm a witness. I need to be given the opportunity. You need to hear
When
me out.
I ask you my questions and you answer them, you can now apply to read any part of the report. Even if the entire report you want to make reference to, that is not a problem.
But by that time, it will be late for me to set the record straight. You need to understand that as well.
Mr. Jonga, when you answer the question, then you can make your comment. Turn to the motorbike stage.
What page is that, please?
The second to last page is
Okay.
You have seen it?
Yes.
Okay. What is the finding?
The compliance.
Yes. How many? What is the value?
485,000.
What did you procure? What did you procure?
10 motorbikes.
From?
Sassi Import.
Okay. Now, the compliance?
The compliance is that the quotations were opened in a register of forms. 004 has stipulated in section 35, subsection 2.
Right.
And section 29 of the GPPA Amendment Act
Right.
2018 and Regulation 205.
Right.
There was a delivery receipt as stipulated in section 35.
Right.
There was a purchase order raised by the end user department.
Right.
GPPA forms such as 101 and 102 were attached.
Right.
The procured items was part of the procurement plan.
Right.
The quotations were not approved by the contracts committee. There was no minutes of the contracts committee as stipulated in the Amendment Act.
Right.
Evaluation report was generated for this.
Okay. Yes. So is there a response, management response?
If you look at, that's why I said I needed time to go through my final copy.
Yes.
And then you said no.
No. Mr. Jonga, look, is there a management response? Can I give you an answer? On the document first.
Can I?
On the exhibit first. You're going by the exhibit.
What I want to draw your attention to is the issue of the compliance.
Right.
If there was no non-compliance, it should be under the heading non-compliance.
Right. Go ahead.
So the issue of that there was no minutes of the contract committee should have featured under non-compliance if that was the case.
Right.
Now you come to the last point where evaluation report was generated.
Right.
You never had you can never generate an evaluation report if it was not being addressed at the level of the contracts committee.
Right.
So the fact that where they indicate that there was no minute is not correct, and that was why I asked you, can you please give me the opportunity to go to my copy and look at what was the management response.
Right. Now, Mr. Jonga,
yes.
The exhibit I have, does it have a management response?
It did not have it. You have to allow me to go through our compliance report. And I will tell you, because like I said, there was a contract committee minutes for this transaction.
Right.
And that was why you could see an evaluation report was generated.
Right.
So it's incorrect to say there was no minutes of the contract.
So when we asked GPPA, they said yes, that column should be under non-compliance. So there was no contract committee minutes is what GPPA stated. Is that correct or not? It's what they stated. Is that correct or not?
Yeah, I cannot answer that right now if you don't allow me to please go through my copy, please.
No, Mr. Your copy is not before the commission. If you have any copy,
it's the same. It's the same.
Mr. Jonga,
you know, we received a draft from GPPA.
If you have,
we work on the draft to have the final copy.
If you have any copy, please print it out and produce it by way of evidence, and we can look into it. You have the time to produce it and print it out. And in fact, as a matter of procedure, may I ask Honorable Chairperson that the witness closed his laptop, because what is in the laptop is not in evidence. And if you want to admit any document from your laptop, you can please produce it in the commission so that we have access to it, all of us.
Mr. Jango, kindly shut down your laptop. If there are any documents that are in relation to what you have been asked, because these documents that are put before you have been already admitted in evidence. We cannot discuss a document that is not admitted in evidence. So if you have any document that is in relation to this, you can print it and you give it to us, and then, we can discuss it. Or you can give us oral evidence, and then you can back it up with the documents you have. All right?
Thank you.
That is the correct procedure.
Yeah, I'm probably using the laptop as a reference, as a useful guide.
Yes, but you are referring to documents in the laptop that are not admitted in evidence.
No,
and that is contrary to procedure.
No, I understand that.
Yes.
It was just the fact that so that it can aid me to shed light on this, because this happened
years
ago.
But the issue is, Mr. Jonga, I cannot see the reason why you are obstinate in your response to the fact that you have a response to this, because the management response should have been in the document, because they give you this prior to them giving you the final copy. Is that not the case?
Yes.
So whatever response you have, it should have been incorporated in the review. Is that not the case?
And yes, and that is why I was.
So is your response included in the review? Is it contained in the review?
I needed to confirm with regards to this particular non-compliance that he's saying, because I vividly remember we have dealt with this, and then
okay, you just let us know that you need time to confirm whether this thing you have sent it on time, because what we have as a document from GPPA doesn't contain your response.
No, it was sent on time actually.
Yes, then you provide us with the evidence that you sent it on time, and the records will show, because the dates and everything will show that you sent it on time, because there is a date on that document which showed when they finally sent you the final copy to your office. So your response will be before this final copy is sent to your office. Is that not the case?
Yes.
So we await for that, we await the document. Please. Council,
thank you.
Is that all for this minute?
We are almost done with Mr.
Yes.
Jonga. Thank you. Yes, Mr. Jonga, does that document, the exhibit, the GPPA compliance review that you have with you, does it have a response?
Give me a few seconds, let me check. Yes, it has responses.
It has a management response.
Yes, under compliance, yes, because the reports comes in the category of compliance and non-compliance.
Yes. What I mean is for the motorbike issue that was raised.
Yes, for the motorbikes, I can vividly remember. We have reviewed that there was a contact committee meeting for the motorbikes.
Yes. But does the document have a response column that you have responded?
No. Usually, like I said, it's unlike the internal audit report. These ones will come in the form of compliance and
and non-compliance.
Yes. So we'll try to address the issue of compliance with regards to each of the findings.
Okay.
And then the issues of non-compliance.
Good. So when I said that there was no management response, we were correct. It was correct on the document itself.
No, there is management response.
No, on the document, on the issue of the motorbike.
With regards to
the motorbike.
With regards to which of the issues? That is the
third motorbike.
There was no minutes or what?
There was no management response.
No, there was.
No, on the face of the document.
No, there is not.
Good, thank you. But that's what we said.
There is not.
May I have the document? Now, just lastly, on the 28th of September 2020, the finance, the acting director of administration, Mr. Ibrahim Sawane, acting for the chief executive officer, wrote to Ali Sane. You recall this, right? That is before the establishment committee sat over this and tried to review this. You recall this letter?
What is the subject of?
Let me read. It says, convey of independent findings on allegation of suppression of revenue against you. that the management is in receipt of a report of an independent investigation into alleged fraudulent activity and suppression of revenue conducted by the Establishment Appointment Committee. The initial sum that you are alleged to suppress stands at $159,600 as reported by the Internal Audit Unit in June 2020. Following an independent findings conducted by the Appointment and Establishment Committee, a sum of $13,950 was found to be overstated by the internal audit report. As a result, the total sum of revenue you now found wanting in suppression and defrauding an amount of $145,650. Your action is a deliberate disregard to the procedure for receipt of revenue as stated in section 4.4 of the Financial and Accounting Manual. The independent findings show that higher amounts of revenue were recorded in the original receipts, while a lower amount of revenue were recorded in the duplicate copies and different locations, and names of payees indicated in both the original and duplicate receipts. As such action has caused loss of revenue to the council. In respect of the above, management requested that you put in writing your acceptance of suppressing the said sum of $145,650, 3 days from the receipt of this letter. Now, the Establishment Committee earlier sat on this issue, correct? Before November 2020?
I cannot recall.
You can't recall.
No.
So that is what this letter is saying. In fact, the letter on the 2020, in November 2020, also referenced an initial independent finding, right? It's the minutes of the meeting of the 24th of November 2020 stated the reason behind reversing our previous decision, which means there was an earlier decision made, and then they had cause to sit over it again. Correct?
It could happen, but I might not recall.
Now let me give it to you again. You look at the letter of the 24th of November 2020, the fourth paragraph, and you compare that with the letter addressed to Mr. Ali Usane on the 28th of September 2020, which referenced an initial investigation, independent investigation into this matter. Correct? Did you see the letter?
Yes.
In the month of November 2020, I think that the fourth paragraph.
28 September?
The first is November 2020. That made reference to the initial.
The minutes.
The minutes, yes.
Yes, 24th November, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fourth paragraph, I believe, that fourth paragraph, where it talked about the reversing of the earlier decision. The first page of the minutes.
Yes.
Please read it loud.
The reason behind reversing our previous decision is we find it necessary because Mr. Sane, being able to establish all the queries in his letter of intent that internal audit seriously inflated the amount.
Okay, that's all right. Now, what does that suggest?
There was a prior decision.
There was a prior investigation and decision.
Prior decision. Not
Decision.
yes.
Okay. Now go to the letter sent to Mr. Sane in September 2020.
The management is on receipt of a report of an independent investigation into alleged fraudulent activity and suppression of revenue conducted by the Establishment and Appointment Committee.
Good. Go on.
The initial sum that you are alleged to suppress stands at $159,600, as reported by the Internal Audit Unit in June 2020. Following an independent findings conducted by the Appointment and Establishment Committee, a sum of $13,950 was found to be overstated by the internal audit reports.
Okay. Now, this in September, the letter written on your behalf,
Yes.
sent to Mr. Sane,
Yes.
suggests that there was an independent investigation that was carried out, correct?
Yes, by the Establishment and Appointment Committee.
Yes.
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 independent investigation carried out,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And Mr. Sane was written to, correct?
Yes.
Even though the figure still varies, but there was the need to caution Mr. Sane, correct?
Yes.
So why would there be another independent investigation after this one?
Because, the first investigation by the internal audit, Mr. Sane contested some of the findings.
Right. No, I mean the independent investigation by the establishment committee, the first one.
Yes.
That they had.
Yes.
What was wrong with it that you had to revisit those findings?
No, after the establishment committee submitted their report,
Right.
Ali was also formally confronted with the report.
Right.
He also still has some objections.
Right.
So because there are objections again, I forwarded the board report to the permanent secretary for onward transmission to the Local Government Service Commission.
No, I'm not sure whether you are hearing what I am saying.
Yes.
In September,
Yes.
you wrote to Aliu through one of your juniors, the administration
Yes.
officer, and you had indicated that there is an independent investigation that was carried out by the establishment committee, correct?
Yes.
In that letter.
Yes.
So that Aliu was found to have suppressed revenue.
Yes.
Even the amount which is less than the initial amount stated by the internal auditor,
Yes.
but there was, the allegations were substantiated,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
By an independent investigation.
Yes.
Which means investigation was carried out. If it is independent, it will factor in Aliu's evidence and the internal auditor's evidence, and then that will be independent investigation, correct?
No, can you please?
An
go
independent investigation into Aliu's conduct
up? Yes.
will involve Aliu being questioned.
Yes.
Good. So was Aliu questioned by that independent investigation?
By the establishment committee?
Yes.
No, I honestly cannot confirm.
You cannot confirm that.
Yeah.
So if you cannot confirm that, then what would have triggered the second investigation?
By who?
By the establishment committee.
No,
the minutes
no,
the minutes in.
No, there is only one independent investigation that was conducted by the establishment and appointment committee.
When was this?
That is after the internal audit have submitted their report.
When was this? In September or before September?
I might not be able to give you the correct
But it
date.
would have been in September or before September.
I might not be able to give you the
But
correct
if you
date.
read the letter that you wrote to Aliu, it will suggest you only wrote that letter because there was an investigation.
Yes, maybe before September, yes.
Good.
Yes.
Before September.
Yes.
Before this date of the letter.
Yeah, yes.
Right?
Yes.
So now you had in November, the minutes of the establishment committee in November looked into the issue again and came up with a different figure. And this time around had to caution the internal auditor. You see that in the minutes of in November?
Yes, this is November 24th.
Yes.
Yes.
November 2020, right?
2020, yes.
But 2 months or thereabout after the investigation was concluded, there was cause to look into this matter again, correct?
Well, I could give you the facts if I had access to my laptop, but with this I might not be able to give you the correct answers with regards to.
Come back any day, anytime, Mr. Jonga.
Yeah,
We are saying it loud and clear. If you have evidence, come back here any day, anytime. As we speak now, we are only going by the evidence that are before the commission. If you have any extra evidence, you can produce it. Is that clear?
Yeah,
Good.
I suspect there might be other documentations.
Yes. When you have your suspicion be turned to reality, you can produce those documents. But until then, let's work with what we have. Is that fair enough?
Yes, that is fair enough.
Good. Now, why revisiting the investigation in November when it has already been concluded in September?
Like I said, I cannot.
You do not know.
Yeah, I will not be able to give you an accurate answer on that.
Good. And if you can't give us an accurate answer, we are only left with the answer of the internal auditor, who said it is upon influence.
That was his evidence, and you had Mr. Sonko's evidence.
Of course, he will deny
So,
it.
yes, you also had my evidence.
Yes.
Yes, so.
But you cannot, none of you can explain why revisiting the investigations in November when it was concluded in September.
I'm sure I can if I have access to the records.
Okay, we will wait for that. Yeah. But as we speak, you do not have answer for that.
Yeah, because I don't have access to the record.
Thank you. Let us have the document. Madam Chair, we had, that's all for this witness, Mr. Do you have questions for
Yes.
Sonko?
Are you done with Mr. Sonko?
Yes. Do you have questions?
All right, Mr. Jonga and
Yes.
Mr. Sonko, you are both discharged. Mr. Jonga, we will expect to see you tomorrow to bring in all the documents. And if you have any further documents to any question you have been asked before, and you believe that you have evidence to that effect, please kindly bring it tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right. So, Mr. Sonko, you are discharged.
Thank you, ma'am.
But in the event that we come across issues that we need you to clarify, we will call you.
Okay.
But for now, you are discharged.
Thank you.
You can go back to your official post. If there is any need later on to call you to clarify issues, we will do so.
Okay.
All right.
No problem.
Thank you. You may go. Please call in the next witness.
afternoon, Mr. Witness. Welcome to this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and Related Matters. Mr. Witness, in which language do you wish to make your testimony?
English language.
Can you face that camera? What is your religion?
Islam.
Do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation?
That depends on the rules.
No, you choose one. I've given you two options. Are you going to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation?
What's the difference between the two?
In affirmation, you raise your hand without touching the Holy Quran.
Affirmation.
Affirmation, okay. Madam Chair, the witness wishes to make an affirmation. Okay, you repeat after me. Raise your right hand up and then repeat after me. I, Saloum Malang, do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Thank you. You may be kindly seated. Madam Chair, the witness is sworn. I have the honor to hand over the witness to you for us to proceed. Next. Good afternoon, Madam Witness. Welcome to this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and Related Matters. Madam Witness, in which language do you wish to make your testimony? In which language do you wish to? In English, okay. What is your religion?
Islam.
Do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation? Madam Chair, the witness wishes to make an affirmation, okay? Use your right hand. You can place your file on the table. Use your right hand, raise it up, and then repeat after me. I, Jainaba Jallow, do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Thank you. You may be kindly seated. Madam Chair, the witness is sworn. I have the honor to hand over the witness to you for us to proceed.
Good afternoon, Mr. Malang.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Madam Jallow. You are all welcome. Council, we may proceed.
Thank you very much. We start with the gentleman. Can you please state your name for the commission?
Okay. My name is Saloum Malang.
Sabanga, what is your address?
Malang, M-A-L-A-N-G, Malang.
Can you please take that again?
My names are Saloum Malang, M-A-L-A-N-G.
Malang?
Yes.
Okay. And your address?
Burusubi.
Your occupation?
Public servant.
Okay, where do you work?
Currently, I'm the Managing Director of Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation.
All right. You used to work for the GPPA, Ghana Public Procurement Authority?
Yes, I used to work there as Director General.
From which period to which period?
I assumed office in May 2020, and I left around the same time, May 2022 to June 2022, May, June 2022.
Okay. And Madam, can you please tell us your full name?
Thank you so much. My name's Jainaba John.
All right. And your address?
I live at Kotu.
You also worked for the GPPA?
Yes.
Sometime in 2020, you were with the GPPA?
Yes.
In what capacity?
As a training officer.
Training officer?
Yes.
Okay. Now, we have you today before the Commission in relation to an approval to procure waste collection vehicles that was issued to Birkama Area Council in 2020. You recall this? This was procured from 5C Energy, a company that already had a different agreement with Brikama Area Council in relation to revenue collection. Now, the trucks to be procured were 5 new 6 CBM garbage compactor trucks and 3 new 6 CBM skip loader trucks. You recall this?
Yes, sir.
Now, we have a document dated the 10th of September 2020, signed by you, Jainaba, Jallow, for the Director General at the time, was a witness. I will show you the letter, the address to the Chief Executive Officer, Brikama Area Council. This is already in exhibit. It's marked LGC, B.A.C, MJ in bracket 1025.
I have a copy.
Do you recognize that letter?
Yes, Council.
Right. Now, can you tell us what the letter is about and the instructions you received in signing that document, which is addressed to the B.A.C, that's Brikama Area Council, for the procuring of the trucks?
All right. Thank you so much, Council. The letter which is referenced GPPA/BAC/TR4/20/6/JJ, which was signed by Jainaba Jallow myself on behalf of the Director General of GPPA, dated on the 10th of September, was a letter which was when approval was given by the authority. This approval was given by the authority to procure the subject matter of this particular procurement, which is the trucks. So when approval was given, it was given subject to the submission of the 012, Form 012. 012 is the declaration made by the Contrast Committee, members of the Contrast Committee. Form 100. Form 100 is the National Requisition Form, and then sign minutes. These 3 key documents are very important in each procurement transactions. When you are requesting prior approval from the authority here means the GPPA, the Gambia Public Procurement Authority. So when prior discussions or prior approvals were given, so when the last, which is the approval which was given by the authority, it says the approval has to be subject to the following documents to be submitted to the authority. So when those 3 forms were submitted by Brikama Area Council, this is where I, Jainaba, as the action officer at that time, review the documents which were requested by the authority. So when I request, this is where I give them the instruction to proceed with the procurement process, which is their award of contract, because award of contract is also a procurement process. So I was left with no option but to give them to proceed with the process. At that stage, my only observation was the Form 100, which is the National Requisition Form, was not signed by the user department, who are very key in any procurement process.
Why is the user department key?
Because this user department will be the end user of the trucks. So they have to be very aware of any procurement that is related to them.
Right.
Yes.
Now, on the 12th of August, this was before you wrote to the CEO of Brikama Area Council for them to proceed with the procurement process. Now, to be fair with you, your letter, let me first read it, states exactly what you are saying. It reads, request for approval to procure waste collection vehicles. Your letter reference B.A.C 077A, dated the 8th of September 2020, Relative to the above subject matter, the authority has acknowledged the receipt of your relevant GPA forms, Form 100 and 012, and the signed minutes of the Contracts Committee meeting relative to the procurement of 5 new 6 CBM garbage compactor trucks and 3 new 6 CBM skip loader trucks construction, and enjoin you to proceed with the procurement process accordingly. So you are saying that this is not an approval to procure trucks from one supplier. It is a letter indicating that they must follow procurement process, correct?
Yes.
Good. Now, before this letter, on the 12th of August 2020, one Modou K. Jallow. Who is Modou K. Jallow?
Modou K. Jallow was my ex-colleague at the authority.
And what was his position at the time?
He was, I think, a policy officer.
Police officer. He wrote on behalf of the Director of General at the time. You have access to that letter? It's
Yes.
all the same exhibit. Which reads, request for approval to procure waste collection vehicle. It reads, the second paragraph, we have made a review of your submission, being the request for the procurement of 8 new waste collection and disposal specialized trucks through private partnership. Please be informed that the authority cannot approve your request at this stage due to the following reasons. 1, absence of the minutes of the Contracts Committee. 2, absence of the GPA forms, such as GPA Form 100, that is the National Requisition Form, GPA Form 012, that's a declaration made by the members of the Contracts Committee. 3, private partnership should be subject to competition. Now, for the reason highlighted above, you are advised to subject this procurement to competition and select the most responsive bidders for fair opportunity to all suppliers and also to attain value for money. Now, this in August. In September, they submitted some of the requirements, right? And you acknowledge that in September and asked that they proceed with the procurement process. Does that mean that they should proceed with the third requirement, that is to subject it to competition?
No, Council, let me just clarify something. When the letter of the 12th August was submitted to Brikama Area Council,
Yes.
here the officer in charge was advising them that approval cannot be granted at that stage.
Yes.
Due to the following reasons,
Right.
which were the absence of not submitting the Contracts Committee meetings,
Yes.
the 012,
Yes.
the 100,
Right.
and then it says, the last one is saying PPP should be subject to competition.
Yes.
And then underneath it, it says he was advising them.
Yes.
So after this letter, if you refer yourself to the transaction file, you will see that after this letter, there was an approval letter. After this letter, which was submitted to Brikama Area Council, where approval was stated, the name of the contractor was captured in the letter,
Right.
and then the contract amount. And then it says, underneath it, it says, approval has to be subject to the following, which is to submit 012, to submit 100, and then to submit the signed minutes. So after that letter, Brikama Area Council wrote back again to say that they are providing those missing documents after having their approval.
Yes.
So this is where I step in on behalf of the authority to say we have review, because we receive and then review those documents, and then I ask them, or I instruct them to proceed with the procurement process.
Okay. Let me give you the file. In
Please.
question is Brikama Area Council 4 of 20, the GPPA file you're filing to.
Thank you.
Please get Mr. Jonga to sit. Mr. Jonga. Yes. Is that the file?
Yes, Council.
Good. You were referring us to a specific letter in the file.
Yes.
Are you there now?
Yes, Council.
Please, can you refer to us the letter itself?
The letter is GPPA/B.A.C /TR4/20 in bracket 4/MKJ, dated on the 17th of August 2020. And then it was addressed to the CEO of Brikama Area Council. The subject matter of the letter was request for approval to procure waste collection vehicles. Do you want me to go into detail?
Yes, please.
Okay. So here reads the letter. It says, your letter reference, which is BAC/00077/A, dated 14th August 2020, relative to the above subject matter. Following your resubmission and the justifications herein, which touching on public health issues and the rare opportunity of such arrangements, we are kept with no option but to give approval on your request as follows. 5 new 6 CBM garbage compactor trucks awarded to 5C Energy at an amount of $114,500. The second one, number 2, it says 3 new 6 CBM skip loader trucks with 9 garbage bins from 5C Energy at an amount of $85,500. And then it says, the letter continue, however, you are to note that this approval is subject to the provisions of the following. 1, signed minutes of the contrast committee. 2, requisition form GPPA 100, which is the national requisition. You have the form 012, which is the declaration made by the members of the contrast committee. And then the letter continue, it says, notwithstanding, be reminded of section 24 of the Act, which is the 2018 Amendment Act, which provides for the registration of suppliers before contract of award. We thank you for your understanding and cooperation and avail ourselves for further guidance on your procurement. Yours sincerely, Modou Jallow, for the Director General of the Gambia Public Procurement Authority. Thank you.
Yeah, may I please have the file?
Good afternoon, Mr. Witness number 3. Welcome back. So, witness, for continuation of your testimony before this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters, I want to remind you again that you are still under oath before I hand you over to Madam Chair for us to proceed. Thank you. Madam Chair, over to you.
Welcome back.
Thank you, Ma.
May I proceed, Chair? Yes. Now, that letter, the 17th of August 2020, so that is an approval, correct?
Yes, Council.
But this letter in August 2020 approving, you were not aware of this letter when you wrote on behalf of the Director General in September on the 10th?
Of course, I was aware because this approval was given, and then the approval stated that the approval is subject to the missing forms.
Right.
So obviously, I was very aware. This is why I also give them approval when I receive the missing documents to proceed with the procurement process.
Okay. Now, were you aware of the 12th of August 2020 a letter sent to B.A.C. requesting them to subject this to competition?
Yes.
Good. Now, this approval that was given, when you look at your letter of the 10th of September 2020, like you said, you had asked them to follow the procurement process accordingly. Does this include subjecting the procurement to a competitive bidding, competitive process?
No, following the procurement process here means to give them instructions for the award of contract. Already there was approval.
Okay, already there was approval.
Yeah, already there was approval.
Okay, was this procurement subjected to competition before the approval?
Honestly, not to my knowledge.
Not to your knowledge. Does it appear that it was subjected to any form of competition before the approval?
Not to my knowledge.
You do not know. Okay. Should it be subjected to competition?
According to the transaction file, which is before you,
Right.
Before even these submissions there,
Right.
but I cannot trace that letter from the authority. It seems like the authority were advising them to use open tender.
It seems like.
Yeah, because
Yes,
the
it is.
yeah, it is. But no, I will say it seems that because I did not have the evidence of that letter from the authority. It's not captured in the transaction file.
Okay.
But we have seen a letter from Brikama Area Council,
Right.
which is a minute,
Right.
not even a letter. It's a
Yes.
minutes of the contrast committee.
Right.
They capture in the minutes that GPPA was advising them to use open tender.
Right.
But I cannot have access to that file, to be honest. In summary, I would say GPPA were advising them to use open tender.
Right.
And then this is where they also resubmit again to
Right.
justify some of the reasons captured in their correspondence.
Yes.
So this is what I can explain for now.
Okay. So in August, when the 12th of August 2020 letter to Brikama Area Council stated that the procurement to be subjected to competition to select the most responsive bidder, it is stating that it has to be subject to bidding, whether it is open tender or registered tender. At least there, it cannot be just one person. Now, when approval was given, was there any procurement method that was adopted? Can we tell from this approval that there was any procurement method that was?
According to the first letter of 12 August,
Yes.
which was written by the authority,
Yes.
it says here the only procurement, there was no procurement method indicated.
Yes.
What was indicated was the private partnership.
Yes.
Private partnership. I think that was captured from their letter.
Yes.
The council's letter. This is what they captured. They said they want to have a private partnership with that identified supplier.
Right.
So here the authority giving them the situations to go through private partnership. This is where they advise them to subject the procurement to competition.
To competition.
To select the most responsive bidder. Yeah.
Okay. So is it not the case that before approval is given, GPPA must and should make sure that a procurement method is identified and is approved?
Of course.
Good. Was that the case here?
I think that then Director General will be in a better position to answer that. Yeah.
Okay. Now, Honorable DG, we have a situation here with Brikama Area Council. Mr. Jonga was the CEO during this time, I think. Mr. Jonga, correct?
Correct.
Good. Now, they had interpreted that there was approval given Brikama Area Council. Now, we see these letters that are written on your behalf. Let me start with the question. Was approval given to Brikama Area Council to proceed with 5C to procure these trucks? These 8 trucks?
Okay, referring to me?
Yes, okay, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Council. Yes, approval was granted to Brikama Area Council to proceed with the procurement.
Okay. What was the base of the approval?
Yes, I'll just briefly bring the sequence into sequence so that you can get the gist. I came into being with this whole scene in August.
Yes.
Then I was barely 3 months old in GPPA.
You're barely?
3 months old in GPPA.
Okay.
When they sent a request, I don't know what happened before my coming.
Yes.
But during my time, when it came on the 7th of August,
yes,
they requested to procure these these garbage trucks, and
Yes.
then we turn it down as indicated by Jainaba.
Yes.
The forms were not relevant forms were not completed, and it should be there are no ministers or evidence of a teamwork, and then it should have been subject to competition, not because it is PPP, but any transaction of that amount
Right.
should be subject to competition. Competition here could be RFQ, that is refers to quotation from 3 suppliers,
Right.
or reselect tender, open tender, and stuff like that.
Yes.
We advised them on that. Then they came back. They came back on us with further justification, sort of an appeal that currently the supplier is the only one who has this thing in town, and
Right.
they are readily available.
Right.
Number 2, they don't have money to buy these things, because if they should go for competitive bidding, they need the money to buy. They don't have money.
Right.
And then so therefore, the supplier has agreed to give it to them on a hire purchase basis,
Right.
to be paid monthly, which is more convenient for me, for them. And then most importantly, they indicated that just from COVID-19, they don't
Right.
have funds, and there is a threat to public health in Brikama. And this coincides with August. We all know August, how the country is in August. In August.
How is the country in August?
During rainy season, garbage is always a problem.
Garbage is?
It's always a problem. From my personal experience, garbage, I always have these worms in my compound when garbage stayed 3 days in my house. So they came with the fact that...
So this you knew? You knew that in August in Gambia, that is the case?
From personal experience.
Yes.
Yes, you can go to my house now. I will show you.
I agree with you.
Okay.
Now,
So,
before you proceed, if you and I know, August, that this is the case in relation to garbage control, potentially having health hazard, this was also known to become a council because they gave you this excuse,
yes,
right?
Yes.
So that they have known this a long time, that garbage in August is a problem, right?
Yes.
So it would not fall within the exceptions because the information is known to them. These are, you know what I'm trying to say, one of the exceptions to single sourcing would have been that the information would not have been known to you at the time. If you are using emergency excuse, then you would have been confronted with a situation that you could not have foreseen. Jainaba, is that not the case? You agree with that?
I can't disagree.
Jainaba, I need to. No, there's a law. I can get you the single sourcing if you disagree.
Yes, I can't disagree more with you, Council here.
You can't?
But you know, for me, as sitting in that seat, and as endorsed by the Act,
right?
If I did not approve that, and we know 2020 was a COVID year, just from a pandemic.
Right.
If Brikama area should experience a pandemic like cholera or whatever comes from Brikama,
right.
With Brikama being one of the most populous countries in this country, you the same course would have told me that why didn't you approve? Because the Act has given you the mandate to approve, and you refuse to approve until people are dying. So for me, I just base my decisions on the Act. The Act is saying that when public safety is at stake, you can approve single sourcing, and I base my decision because I'm guided by the Act.
Where in the Act where in the Act that are you referring to?
Section 44 of the 2018 Act.
Okay, we'll give it to you.
Yes.
In relation to single sourcing.
To 2018 Act, because that was what I used in
2018. Yes, we have it here. We give it to you.
Okay.
It says what you are saying, not the way you are saying it. Not that when they say that there is an emergency, then you have to approve and disregard all other procurement process. No, it did not say that. It did not say that. Maybe Jainaba can help us. Can you help us in relation to emergency, what the regulation is in relation to single sourcing?
Council, can I proceed?
Yes, please.
Yeah. According to Section 44 of the 2018 Amendment Act, because this was during 2020, the Act was amended in 2022. So, based on the subject matter, we are referring ourselves to the 2018 Amendment Act.
Yes.
Section 44 of the 2018 Amendment Act, the conditions of using single source are listed.
Yes.
Which are, the first one is, you can use single source if it is monopoly.
Yes.
Monopoly here means if there is only one supplier. Let
Right.
me give you an example like NAWEC case. When
Right.
we want to buy cars or our power, we only refer ourselves to NAWEC.
100%.
The second one is emergency.
Right.
Not man-made emergency,
Yes.
but natural emergency.
Yes.
The third one is
Before you proceed on the third one,
Okay.
emergency that which could not have been foreseen.
unforeseen circumstances.
Unforeseen circumstances.
Very well.
Yes.
Yes.
That is what I'm interested in. Unforeseen circumstance. The director had already told us that everyone knows in August the problem with the issue of garbage is something you can foresee. It does not fall within the exception. DG, we
Yes.
proceed with you.
Thank you very much. I will read the section for you.
Yes.
But it's not, did not mention foreseen. I didn't see foreseen there.
Okay, just read it out.
Yes. What is there is where there's an emergency need for goods, works, concerning service or service involving an imminent threat to physical safety of the population, of danger of the property,
Yes.
or in the case of other unforeseen agents, circumstances not due to the deliberate conduct of the procurement organization and engaging in tendering procedure or other procurement methods would therefore be impractical. And the second part, the section B here, where only one supplier has the technical capacity or capacity to build or fulfill procurement requirement, or the exclusive right to manufacture the goods, carry out works or perform services.
Right.
At this particular time, 5G was the only in the country, as per the submission, who has this?
No.
Really available.
No, that's correct. That's wrong.
Well,
KMC procured trucks before this.
Well, at the particular time, the submission was coming to me, and at GPP, we only go by
I'm telling you, you are wrong. I'm telling you, the information is wrong. That before this period, trucks were procured by KMC through a partnership with how to call again? Is it Q Group, Ajib Bank, and Espas Motors? So that information, if you believed it at the time, would have been grossly inaccurate.
Well, we limit ourselves to what is submitted to us, and then the beneficiaries of these trucks, the victims have not to do with they are innocent. If we did not buy this at the time,
Let's not play the victim's card, DG, right? We do not play the victim's card here when we flout the rules. The issue is the idea that 5C were the only company that could have done this is totally false. Mr. Jonga is in the area council. Mr. Jonga knows that KMC had procured trucks. Mr. Jonga, you do not know? Everyone knows.
At the time?
Yes.
No, I did not know.
You did not know that KMC procured trucks?
At the time, no, I did not know.
Okay. But you knew that 5C can procure trucks?
I knew.
Right?
I knew.
That you knew 5C is capable of procuring trucks? 5C Energy.
Yes.
You knew that they had the capacity to procure trucks?
I don't understand that.
You do not know at the time that KMC had procured trucks?
Yes.
But you knew that 5C can procure trucks for you?
No, because at that time the trucks were in country, like we indicated in the letter.
They were?
The trucks were in country.
We don't have evidence of that. We don't have evidence of that because Mr. Don't forget, the chairman had to travel to, is it China? The chairman had to travel.
No, but the letter that we sent to GPPA indicates that the trucks were in country. At
Yes,
the time.
but why would the chairman travel then? If the trucks were in the country, why would the chairman have to travel?
No, probably maybe chairman's travel is before we send the letter to the authority.
No, then which means you were engaging with 5C. That's what I said. The chairman had traveled to verify some of these facts, to look into 5C and what they presented to you. So at the time of the travel, there was no evidence that trucks were on the ground. Trucks were not in fact on the ground. That led to the chairman traveling.
No, I am only citing the letter that we sent to the authority.
But now I am telling you that letter would not have been correct because the chairman had to travel outside the country to verify and to seek more information about these trucks. Is that a fact?
I am lost there because the letter was sent to GPPA, so I am only relying on the letter to say the trucks were in country because the letter indicates so.
Did the chairman travel with 5C?
I have no idea about
You have no idea?
Yeah, please.
Okay. He had confirmed traveling in relation to 5C and the trucks. He confirmed that.
You know, I think there are two issues. You have the issue of the digital tax collection.
No, I'm talking about the trucks.
Okay, all right.
I'm talking about the garbage trucks.
I did not have a knowledge of that.
Yes, I will check the minutes and then I will refer you to the minutes. But it's clearly there and it was confirmed by the chairman. You understand that? And the second issue is there was no reason to believe that 5C is the only company to have done this because they had never done this before in this country. Was there a reason to believe that?
I think we provided several reasons. Those are one of the reasons, but the main issue is the issue of lack of finance at the time.
No, that is not the question. That to say that 5C would have been the only company to do this, there would not have been evidence of that because there is no proof that they had supplied trucks in the Gambia before.
No, I agree with that context because it was not open to competition.
Right.
But with that other position, I might not be able to answer that. Yeah, but okay. like you said, like we discussed here earlier on,
right.
Because it is not open to competition, so we might not know whether there are others who are willing to offer the same.
So you see,
the same terms.
That DG.
Yes.
Were you presented with evidence that 5C company is the only company that could have done this?
Well, when I said we limited ourselves to as per submission, we look at what was submitted to us.
Right.
And when I sit with my team, looking at the circumstances now,
yes,
we feel since the act has
a
window to approve, based on public safety, we approve. But that's why in the first instance we rejected it. But when they come with the justifications now, it's like we see the act has, so we let it go based on that act.
Were you presented with evidence that 5C company is the only company that can supply these trucks? Is it a yes or a no?
Well, as per their submission, we acted as per their submission.
Okay. Were you presented with any evidence that 5C company is the only company that can supply these trucks?
Well, I wouldn't remember that. Only I talked with my technicians. But usually GPPA, we limit ourselves as per the submission, but we do not interfere much in procurement.
You're not answering my question. My question is very simple.
I do not remember being evidence other than the signed minutes and the written statements.
So it's correct. Go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I said, what I have on my table was the signed minutes.
Yes.
And then they are written, signed and sealed by the council. I limit myself to that one. So
now, DG, it is correct to say that there is no evidence that 5C is the only company that can procure these trucks.
Okay, I'm not sure I'm aware of that, unless I listen to my techniques on the ground.
Jainaba, what would inform a procuring organization that only this company can offer this service? What do they have to do to know that?
Thank you so much, Council. Here, what the evidence that can prove that this particular supplier is the sole supplier of what we needed is after conducting your market research.
Jainaba, if this was examination, you would have 100 over 100. That is the reality. That is the reality. You're an honest witness, and you know your job, and you're competent.
Thank you.
That is the reality. Market survey. Do we have that market survey from Birkama Area Council to suggest that? DG.
Well, this is news to me. Jainaba has never sold me any market research since I've
been Not Jainaba.
Now, what I'm saying,
yes,
I have not been present with any market survey or any procurement in GPPA.
Good.
And then I was only not only this one.
Yes.
All the procurements, I was never sold any market survey.
Good.
And I was 3 months old in GPPA.
Right.
So the technicians told me categorically that we need this market survey, but none of them told me that. So what I did, what they saw was the act, and looking at the circumstances, I approve as per the act. But for my 2 years in GPPA, no officer or technicians on the ground has ever sold me any market research that this particular problem, this is the issue.
DG, we have a problem. Because the problem is, if your statement is true, then it means you were not familiar with your job at the time.
Like I told you, I was barely 3 months old.
DG,
in GPPA.
I would want to sympathize with you on that, but also that would not have been an excuse, because you were appointed as the Director General at the highest level. You understand that? So if you were 3 months old, you would have been deemed qualified as a Director General. The presumption is you would have known more than the rest. That is a presumption. That's a presumption. I would not attack your employment procedure, but I would just say the presumption that you have known substantially enough to be Director General of an institution. In this case, the procuring authority. That would be a reasonable assumption. That anyone that will reasonably presume that for you to rise to that level, you would have known substantially enough. Market survey is 101, is basic. It's 101. It's basic. You had referenced the act. You would have had access to all this and be advised accordingly. Is that not the case?
Yes, so, in this case, I think Jainaba is too genotype. I'll talk to the directors. We get back to you on this. Because whatever she does go through directors. But honestly, with the market research, like I said, I didn't commit conduct anything that shows me that all the procurements that you do must be subject to a market research.
Chair, we applied that.
And the modus operandi of the authority was on that. I'm not saying it's not. It could be the truth, and I agree in totality.
It is the truth.
But what I'm telling you now, the modus operandi of GPPA, those are not like that. Even Jainaba here has never sold me one. I never knew
Madam
that
Chair,
it was happening.
Madam Chair, we apply that the witness Jainaba be discharged. We have no, unless there are questions from the commissioners, we would want her to be replaced by the directors who are outside, unless there are questions for Jainaba.
Thank you. Madam John, you are discharged.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Two of them. Madam Chair, we will proceed with Mr. Jonga until we have the directors in. Can we proceed with Mr. Jonga until we have the directors in? All right. Mr. Jonga, you wrote a letter to the Director General GPPA on the 14th of August 2020 about these trucks.
Good afternoon, witness number 3 and number 4. Welcome back. You may kindly resume your seats. Welcome back to this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and Related Matters. May I remind both of you that you are still under oath for your testimonies before I hand you over to Madam Chair for us to proceed. Thank you. Madam Chair, over to you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Tambura.
Good afternoon, Chairperson.
Good afternoon, Mr. Sanyang.
Good afternoon, Ma.
You are welcome. Council, you may proceed.
Thank you very much. Now, Mr. Tambura and Sanyang, correct? Right. We have the issue of 5C Energy and Brikama Area Council, the procuring of 8 trucks from 5C Energy, which on the face of the documents was not subjected to competitive bidding process. You are aware of this, Mr. Sanyang? Mr. Sanyang?
Yes.
Okay, please kindly use the microphone. And the Tambura?
Yes, Council.
Good. Now, we'll proceed, Mr. Jonga, and then we come to you. Mr. Jonga, when you wrote this letter on the 14th of August 2020, it's in the file, the 4/20 file, for B.A.C, the Gambia Public Procurement Authority file. So, Jonga, your letter of the 14th of August 2020, I will read the first 2-3 paragraphs. That relates to the Director General GPPA. It says the management of council is at an advanced stage of negotiations with a private partner of the council, 5C Energy Limited, located at the LG building at the Brusubi roundabout in Combo North, for the purchase of 8 new specialized waste collection and disposal trucks already imported into the country by the 14th of August 2020. Now, the type of vehicles are not available in the country, and 5C Energy is the company that agreed to get them for us. Now, Mr. Jonga, when you wrote this letter on the 14th of August 2020, 5C had already imported these trucks for the Area Council. Correct?
I cannot vividly recall whether the trucks were in country at the time.
That's your letter I had read just right now. Let me read it again. It says the management of council is at an advanced stage of negotiations with the private partner of council, 5C Energy Limited, located at the LG building at the Brusubi roundabout in Combo North, for the purchase of 8 new specialized waste collection and disposal trucks already imported into the country.
Yes.
What does this mean?
They are in country.
Yes. So you had already had agreement with 5C. They've already imported these trucks. Correct?
You said we have already agreed with 5C to import the trucks?
Yes, these 8 were already imported by 5C.
Yes, but at that point, at the time of the letter, there was no agreement for the purchase.
But they imported these 8 trucks for you. They imported these 8 trucks for becoming Area Council. They wouldn't just import 8 trucks without having any form of agreement.
But at the time of the writing of the letter, there was no agreement.
There was no agreement.
There was no agreement with 5C for the trucks.
I don't understand, Mr. Jonga. I don't understand when you say that. You were in an advanced stage in relation to agreement.
Yes.
Agreeing with them.
Yes.
Is that not the case?
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. Now, why will 5C procure these trucks and import them to the Gambia? They don't deal with the selling of trucks in the Gambia. They haven't supplied trucks anywhere. Yeah. At least the records doesn't show that. You understand that?
Yes.
They imported these trucks because you were in negotiations with them.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I thought you were saying in agreement. Being in negotiation and being in agreement, I think that's different.
So you never had a verbal agreement? Why would they import the trucks if you don't have a verbal agreement?
No, we were in negotiation.
Right.
Like I said, like I indicated in the letter. Yes.
So at what point did they decide that they would import the trucks from wherever they imported the trucks and incur financial expenditure, financial expenses, if you don't have any verbal agreement with them?
No, well, at the time of the letter, there was no verbal agreement, because if you could go through the letter, you will see we have been going back and forth with regards to the offers that we have received from 5C.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. But in March is when you had it. In March is when you had the agreement, the partnership agreement. March 2020. Correct?
Yes,
March 2020 is when you had the agreement with 5C.
That's the contract agreement.
Yes. And in August is the time of the letter. That's why I said, as at the time of the letter, you've already had an agreement with them.
August what? What year August?
August 2020, 14th of August 2020, you wrote to GPPA on the 27th day of March 2020, you had already agreed with 5C. Let me show you. So this was not like as if there was advanced stages. There was already agreement.
Let me confirm the records, please.
As always, Mr. Jonga, always give you the opportunity to do that.
The agreement that that is in the file here is not the signed agreement that we signed with 5C. I think this is even the second draft, because the first offer was a lease a lease agreement.
Yes.
Then we came and negotiate the terms and conditions until we finalize and get into a higher purchase. But the higher purchase one that was signed was not this one that is in the file. You could see the higher purchase is not even signed. The one that we signed has the particulars of the vehicles and had my signature.
Mr. Jonga, in the file in GPPA,
yes,
you have an agreement on the, in March 2020 that you had filed. You had sent it to GPPA, correct?
Yes, but this one is not signed, Council.
No, I am not saying whether it was signed or not. This is what you had sent to GPPA.
Yeah,
this, in fact, is another problem. If GPPA, why would you even send an unsigned agreement to GPPA?
No, you know, a draft was sent. A draft was sent together with this letter.
For what?
On the 14th.
Why was the draft sent?
Of course, for a review, for their inputs.
For
a review and their inputs. It's for
advice. So where is the final agreement, if I proceed?
Yeah, I have it in my laptop. I have the hard copy in my laptop.
Mr.
Sorry, I think I have submitted the copies.
Mr. Sanyan?
Here last week. The waste trucks.
Yes, Council.
Yeah. Did you see the final agreement?
I cannot remember seeing the final agreement.
In July 2020, just to bring to your attention again, the 5C wrote to the CEO of the Kamen Area Council, dear CEO Jonga, this is the exhibit, dear CEO Jonga, exhibit 077A, dear Mr. Jonga, subject that is the garbage trucks purchase agreement, that's the revised one. We are pleased to inform you that we have finalized the draft of the new agreement on the garbage trucks that we intend to offer to your council. This followed the last meeting we had on the matter held at your office, where your management expressed their desire for the previous lease contract draft agreement to be amended to a higher purchase agreement. This had been done and is sent to your office. Please go through it and send us your feedback for further negotiations. This is in July. Understand that? Your concerns were it has to be turned to a higher purchase agreement. Is that not the case? Mr. Jonga,
Yes.
Is that not the case?
Yes.
Good. And then you in the month of November 2021, you already procured had a loan of $10 million. So now you wanted to change it to a higher purchase agreement with 5C, but the contract agreement verbal with 5C was already on principle that you will want to have a higher purchase with 5C. Is that not the case?
Yes, because the initial offer was lease. We suggested for a higher purchase.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
So
now my point is, you already had an agreement in principle with 5C for a higher purchase.
Yes.
Yes. And after which you now wrote to GPPA.
Council, I believe it's a convenient time. Yes, we could take a break here and we'll come back
Thank you.
after 1 hour. Thank you. We may rise.